Live from the Breaking News and Weather Authority, this is WEAU 13 News at 10.
Polling places across the state are preparing for voters to cast their ballot. Many are in need of more volunteers. In some rural counties, that problem is colliding with changes in voting rules. Ahead of this week's partisan primary, the Wisconsin DMV will be open longer. The state's Department of Transportation says it's extending the hours at its customer service locations that are open Monday and/or Tuesday. These centers will be open until 6 p.m. The added hours are to allow those needing a photo ID to have time to visit the DMV. In order to vote in Tuesday's primary election, you have to show a photo ID in order to get a ballot. The U.S. Senate has been working overnight and throughout the day today, holding a series of amendment votes on the Inflation Reduction Act. They're moving toward final passage of the Democrats' sweeping health care, climate, and tax bill. Cole Higgins has the latest. Healing continues for the Sikh community 10 years after a shooting killed 7 people. To honor those lives lost, the Sikh temple in Oak Creek hosted a series of events this weekend. Law enforcement agencies are always learning and preparing for what could come in the future. More than 140 cyclists faced the rain to make it to the finish line of a 3-day ride supporting a cause greater than themselves. WEAU's Kim Leadholm spoke with those who pedaled for miles about what the Heroes Ride means to them. This year's High Ground Heroes Ride raised over $80,000. That's nearly $20,000 more than last year. You see them for about 20 minutes in the ring, but getting them there is a whole process. Brett Vickery takes us behind the scenes and shows us how the cows at the Wisconsin State Fair get show ready. Jasmine and Groovy did not end up winning the junior championships, but still had the honor of scoring second in their class. The Wisconsin State Fair runs through next Sunday. The organization Can Do Canines is celebrating its volunteers for all their hard work during its annual summer social. The nonprofit group trains dogs to help people with disabilities. It then gives those dogs to people in need for free. Can Do Canines works with local prisons where inmates can help train the dogs too. To place the dogs into their new homes, the group says volunteers are needed, and that's why they're so important.
Our volunteers are crucial to our success of training as many dogs as we do. We couldn't do it without our volunteers, and especially here in Wisconsin, because they can't stay the whole time in prison. They have to get out and experience real life as well. And so we really are looking for more volunteers to help us get those puppies out.
Since 1989, Can Do Canines has provided more than 800 service animals to people in need. If you would like more information about fostering or volunteering, we'll have those details on our website. Rainfall is much welcomed in the Chippewa Valley right now, but it looks like we will miss out this week as a rather dry pattern sets up with seasonal weather. Meteorologist Derek Dahlman has details next in your Skywarn 13 forecast.
I do think Wednesday will be our warmest day of the week. Upper 80s there as we get into more of some south and southwesterly flow along with that ridge approaching from the west. But outside of that, we're still going to see those temperatures into the 80s, even into next weekend, maybe a few more clouds then, but no rain chances, unfortunately.
Looks like a great week ahead. Thanks, Derek. It might not have been the best Sunday to get outside, but thankfully it's been bringing some much needed rain, especially here in the Chippewa Valley. Yeah,
it was pretty scattered throughout the day, but we do have some good news as we check our satellite and radar. We do have a rather lengthy band of rain.
Another beautiful thing, no humidity on that.
Yeah, I can't complain.
Thanks, Derek, and thank you for joining us. Have a great night.